What's up? This is the first episode of the Rolldown, the TFT esports podcast that is basically, I guess, by Runetactics. It's part of Runetactics. It's just a piece of content on Runetactics, guys. And my name is Camus. I have my co-host Lewis or Shrooms Award with me. And then for our debut episode, I have DeliciousMilkGG or Delicious Milk or Milk. What do you prefer to go by?
I think most people just call me Milk because everything else is too hard.
Cool. And then if you want to just introduce yourself real quick, in case there's people that are new or maybe they don't follow comp.
Yes, I play TFT for a living on Golden Guardians. I'm a pro TFT player / streamer, I guess. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
there's not much to play for, so yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's actually, I'm glad you bring that up. So that brings me. I guess we can go right into that set of questions. So I guess do you think? I mean, you obviously do think that there are not enough things to play for, compete for. There's not enough tournaments, etc.
I mean, there's nothing.
Literally. So like instead of like going straight to like there's nothing, I guess you could technically say like they made an effort at the end of set 3 and now there's like not really one. Do you think like so basically take a step back, right? You look at League of Legends, you look at Valorant, you look at Legends of Runeterra. They all have some kind of path, right, to becoming a pro player. So do you think TFT is like
I mean,
ever
obviously
gonna get that?
I mean, obviously they're gonna do something. They're gonna do something like every single set.
So do you look at Legends of Runeterra updates at all? Like the
I don't follow Runeterra at all.
Oh, so they just announced like a in-game system where you can like play and like the top 700 get invited to like a tournament at the end of the year, or no, not at the end of the year, at the end of the season, and then like not to an in-person tournament, it's all online, and then you can win like 10K at the end of the season if you're the best player from that tournament, like out of the top 700, right? So you can do this all in-game, kind of like Fortnite and like other games, I guess.
I
Do you
mean,
think TFT would be nice if we had something like that, or like
TFT. Well, I mean, TFT's also gonna have like one tournament a year or one tournament set, so it's about the same. Like it's not like that great, you know. Like most of the set, you're just waiting around doing nothing. Like, so we're already like 1 month into the set, and they have to announce it. So it's gonna be another month until there could actually be anything. So it's basically like the first 2 months are just wasted already.
So you think the first tournament will be like at the mid set?
Uh,
Because isn't that like if you say 2 months from now, that's like 3 months, right? That's like halfway.
because I mean they say like they're gonna do something for set 4. I mean obviously they're gonna do something.
Yeah,
right?
there's gonna be something.
Like, but no matter what it is, it's not gonna be like. I'm not gonna be hyped for it. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do casual tournaments not bring enough income or have enough good players to participate in?
I mean, casual tournaments have literally every single best player because it's the only tournament, so everyone just plays in it.
Oh, so they just go to all of them because it's the only way to get stuff.
No, it's because it's. I mean, you don't get anything really, but like people just play for fun.
All right.
Which is fine, but like I just wish like Riot did something a little bit more. Not really about the money, just like more stuff to play in.
Do you think like in client would be good? Kind of like Runeterra?
In client, they could do like Clash system, honestly. Wouldn't it be horrible?
Because like the main thing I'm thinking is like maybe like TFT obviously needs more people to be introduced to competitive first, right? The more people that care about it, the more Riot would care about it, right?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like people. I don't know. I guess because they just need to do something, so that they just need to start with something.
Yeah. Also, I'm not saying that Riot don't care about it because they obviously do, but they have like a super small team. I mean, TFT team is really small compared to
yeah, I know.
All the other.
Yeah, but that's mostly because like Riot. Like, I feel like TFT. You know, there's not much. You can't spend much money.
Yeah, it's
like don't care as much.
Redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, so I mean, basically, I guess just to step back a little bit because I kind of want to like ask a few things around that. I guess I'll just talk about right now, literally what you're doing, which I'm not gonna ask you because I already know because I've been watching you. You've just been playing Hella Divine 2020.
Yes, I
not
play
literally, but basically.
I play 18 out of 20 Divine.
Yeah, 1820.
1820.
And yeah, so also like I have, it'll be on the screen like when you see it, like some stats around you picking your chosens and stuff like that. So like, what are your thoughts usually when you go into picking a chosen? Like, you just grab like whatever is strong at that time that you know you're gonna get rid of. Like,
basically early and mid game, I just pick something strong, and then late game, I basically only buy I mean, basically right now you just play divine units. So it's like divine anything and like Adept Shen, Adept Aurelia, Enlightened Morgana, and that's about it.
Yeah, so I see like you basically
Hunter Ash, I
I was
guess.
gonna say you picked majority like Hunter Ash. That's actually like I'll send you these as well so you can see, just so you can.
Wait,
look.
is this my lifetime stats?
This is just recently, just your past like.
Just this patch across both your accounts.
Hunter Ash, my most picked.
For your
Yep.
by a large margin.
Wait, that's because my accounts are rigged to chosen Ash.
And then your number 2 is Warwick Divine, obviously. And then your count versus trait, like would be like you go Hunter a lot. Basically, is the best way to say it. And then
I mean, I don't want to go Hunter. It just
if not, then you're Divine, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you would
I'm
maybe
actually
be
so
surprised.
It's
I was gonna
Ash
say
Hunter.
you would maybe be surprised. You play a lot of like Ash Hunter and then like
because I don't think Hunter's
Straight
good
Hunter.
with work. It's actually like useless. I probably just buy it because it's what I found, and it's like you might as well just buy it if you hit Hunter Ash at 7.
So do you think that it goes good into Divine though?
What do you mean into
Hunter?
Divine?
Like, does it play well against Divine?
No. Like, I just pick it up because if you hit Ash Hunter, you pretty much just have to play it, or else your board would be too weak.
Okay.
It's not like that bad if you stack Ash with all your work items.
What do you think is good into Divine? Besides nothing.
I mean, nothing.
Besides nothing.
I mean, honestly, the more I see Ninja, the more I think Ninja might have a chance of actually being better than
I think
Divine.
Lewis wanted to talk about Ninja.
But that's about it.
Yeah, like Ninja hasn't been showing up on the tier list that I usually use on TFT on the Reddit. But I was wondering, is it strong? Is it strong as Divine? Is it just?
I think Ninja is strong as Divine, but it's too hard to hit, and it's only supports one player.
So you need the 3-star Akali and Kennen, or?
Well, you can go Zed path or Akali path. And the thing about Akali and Zed, they both need 3 perfect items, and you need either chosen Akali or chosen Zed if you want to win, and you need 3 perfect items. Actually, you need more than 3 perfect items. You need like 4 perfect items.
Like, did we need an immediate hotfix to all this? Because Divines are just insane.
I was actually kind of surprised they didn't hotfix it, but I guess they just wanted. It was such a big patch that they just wanted to play out the, like, see if anything would happen. Because day 1, you don't have to make a hotfix, which is okay, I guess.
So in the B patch, we're likely going to get static Shiv nerfs and some Divine nerfs if nothing else. What else would you like to see in the B patch?
Honestly, I don't know which way they need to nerf stuff. I mean, Shiv will probably get nerfed a little bit in the bonus true damage. I don't know if Divine honestly needs a nerf because.
But don't you think like maybe like Divine by itself and Static Shiv by itself are not that OP, but like on Warwick together.
Like Divine, Divine by itself isn't actually probably that OP. Like if you don't have Shiv.
Like I don't really think Shiv is OP if it's not on a Divine Warwick.
Shiv is actually still kind of strong. If using it like Adept.
But you think it's
in
OP
like
though?
CC units.
Like, do you think it needs a nerf?
Thing is, I don't know because everyone just plays because you just always play
'cause-
Shiv Warwick, so you can't even see
no
anything
matter
else
what.
really.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I've seen Shiv Ash a lot because I play Shiv Ash, and usually I end up losing to Shiv Warwick. But so it's not like it's still really strong, but basically just something in that comp needs to get nerfed.
So like besides like, okay.
Or they can rework Warwick. Honestly, they can just rework Warwick.
Yeah, go ahead, Lewis.
Oh, so they could do the Shiv to magic damage instead of true damage, but since Warwick is the only person being a problem with the Shiv, reworking him is probably not going to happen in the B patch, but work towards that.
I mean, but Shiv is still going to be strong though, unlike duelists like Callista and Ash probably. But yeah.
Well, that's the overpowered stuff. Now, what about the other changes, like the Lockett and Zeke stacking? We've seen a lot on your Jax.
Actually, wait. I don't like locking and Zeking Jax that much.
We saw it at the beginning. So, what would you prefer in itemization?
I mean, it's Lock and Zeke's, but I want to put on Jax. So I'd rather have Jax on the corners. Because usually people put their characters in the corners. You want Jax to dodge like the first auto attacks. But sometimes you have to put on Jax because he's the only 2-star unit to lock it. So you just put on Jax. But
okay,
you usually only put on Jax if it's like you don't have anything else to put it on. I think.
So besides just like actually, discussing comps and items and things like that, do you actually like set 4? Like how do you stack set 4 against every other set so far?
I mean,
are you having fun playing it?
I have more fun in set. I honestly think set 3 was like for me, set 3 was the worst set. So it's
Oh,
only uphill from here for me. Because set 3, it was like every galaxy was basically.
I remember
It was
when you
like
made
it
your
was,
document on stream and like one of your notes was like
I
the
just
reason
hated
set 4 would be
galaxies
good.
so
One of
much.
them was
It's because you can't balance
set 3.
stuff. You can't balance the game around like 10 different galaxies.
So
So
like
I just really dislike the game a lot.
okay, so I guess that I mean, I guess maybe that.
Also,
answers
there's
the
all these
question.
like for fun stuff they added,
We were gonna.
which
Yeah,
it's
so I was
like,
gonna ask you about
I
that.
just
Like,
couldn't.
there's been some, not like some discussion, not from Riot or anything, just people like random redditors and stuff. Like, what do you think about? I guess you just answered it, but like adding those random mechanics that are like galaxies and stuff as like core mechanics to the game that just like.
I mean,
Could-
you just can't. You just can't balance it. I feel like it
Could
just can't,
happen.
like some stuff are just too broken in like other galaxies. Like just look at dwarf. Like how do you balance? Either mech has to be beyond broken, or you have to rework it, or it just sucks in every other galaxy. It's like, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
And also like remember like Lilia, for example. Wait, was it Lilia? Wait, oh no, the 4 class. I don't know which one that was. Like the 4 class galaxy. That was the
Lilac.
worst ever.
Oh
A lilac. Yeah,
Where
it's like
start-
I don't know
oh,
how I even
yeah.
got in through the game. It's like you started Kale and just like, bro. Or Relia.
I
Like
was
that
gonna
I
say
guess
yeah,
like
you could just get perfect cybers
you have
right
to
away.
insta sell. Also,
Yeah.
like they have like for fun carousels where you literally start the game with IE on Aurelia, which is like, I don't know. I don't even get.
So, was there any galaxy you liked at all?
I like Fun Galaxy because it's basically normal Galaxy, but more
Just with
like
an extra unit.
different comps you can form.
That makes sense.
Because you have a fun. So that was my favorite one actually. Basically, it's just replica of a normal Galaxy, but more depth within the comps you play.
So like, okay, so like are we were talking about tournaments earlier? Like, what do you think about things inside the game that could prep you for tournaments, like sandbox mode and like replay system, and like how urgent are those things compared to like gameplay changes to you?
I mean,
like,
I think Mortdog said on stream that he never wants a sandbox mode because the game would get figured out too fast.
okay, yeah. So
And so
you-
I don't know if
do
the
you
sandbox
agree?
mode, I think.
Do you think it would be?
I
too
actually
easy?
agree because I would actually just not play the game
You would just try to
probably,
discover stuff?
and I'll just sit. I'll just probably just sit in sandbox and just test everything.
Okay, so that makes sense. Probably so with people like socks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone would just play sandbox mode all the time, and no one even played like, well, obviously most like, I mean like
So you
the
don't want sandbox?
I mean I want it.
No, like
I
not
wanna
like you
play
don't
it.
want it like that. Like it would be fun, obviously, but like, do you think it would make the game bad or like too easy? Don't you think it, or not? Don't you think? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Do you think?
I think I don't think it'll make the game worse, honestly.
So you think it'd be fine? It would just be like everybody would be super practiced.
Everyone would be too like everyone know
Like I just wonder if you agree. Like, do you think the game would actually be solved?
I mean, it won't be solved, but it'll be closer to solved. I mean, the game can never get solved. Like TFT is like too hard to solve.
Okay, that's a pretty.
Also, it changes too fast. I mean, if it changes too much, also, so like, it's impossible to solve like everything.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, an example of sandbox is in Dota Underlords. I think that's the name of the game. They do have a sandbox, but they disable some traits every single game. And something that TFT can do is just start compounding mechanics, like not toxic galaxies. Just add that into the game, so there are just like 2 or 3.
By sandbox, I meant like test. You can just test stuff, like whenever you want to.
Yeah, just like
Right.
spawn stuff in and whatever you want.
Like you just load in and like place 9 units. They place 9 units, and you just like gem all items, just like fight each other.
And you can like choose the other board if you want.
I believe they have a true sandbox in Dota.
Oh,
I might
really?
be wrong. But for example, in the PBE, there's 1v0 and 2v0. I think those don't really count as sandbox, obviously.
Yeah, no, because you can't choose really. You just like.
Yeah, I don't think a sandbox mode would be good for the game because everything gets solved so much faster and removes just spamming games and playing.
Okay. So what do you think then about like? I guess. What do you think can happen for? competitive TFT to get more people interested in it besides just like having
I mean,
tons of
they just need to
tournaments?
start. They just need to start. Honestly,
Like, do you
I
think
think
that's the
TFT.
solution?
I think TFT has to become 44 2v2.
Okay, so that's I'm really glad you said that actually, because I was gonna ask you the next thing I was gonna ask you is about the format. Like, you've played in a lot of different formats, including
I've
like
played in 1v1,
for fun,
2v2,
yeah, including like for
4v4s,
fun 4v4 tournaments and
and
stuff. Like,
I actually fall asleep playing in 1v1
okay,
tournaments.
perfect. So, wow, I'm really surprised you said that. Like, do you like
I'm
4v4
I
then
have
the most, or 2v2, or
I for sure just prefer 2v2 or 4v4. Anything other
what
than
is more fun
solos.
to you, 4v4 or 2v2?
I haven't played enough to
Oh, okay, okay,
decide.
Have you
okay.
tried Auto
Okay.
Chess Mobile at all?
I've never played
All right, so on
other
Auto Chess
modes, auto
Mobile, in
chess.
duo mode, you share 2 units between the duo. So you put 2 units on the side of your board. They're still on your board, but you share their shadow with your duo. And that's how their duo mode works.
I
Would
feel
that
like
be a
Riot could.
mechanic that's interesting?
I don't know. I feel like Riot could, if I mean Riot really wanted to, they could probably just put like a couple guys on it, and see if they come up with something, or for 2v2 or 4v4.
Yeah, just throw a couple people on it.
Yeah, like spectator mode. Just
No,
put the
it's
same people that did spectator mode and have them once they're done with spectator mode.
so what?
The entire team that worked on
Yeah.
it for 2 years pretty much for spectator mode.
So what do you think? I guess is like, do you think that? I guess not. Do you think that? But like, so you wouldn't mind? I guess I should say if TFT if they announce like, okay, from now on all competitive tournaments are gonna be
I mean, it should never be all because at the
team
end of the
play.
day, like the 1v1 it still does like good. So
Like, it
I wouldn't
matters.
mind if they explored multiple options of
So
like
so like a
1v1s
multi-format
and
tournament.
team. No. Different tournaments. Have 1v1
Well,
tourneys
couldn't they have like a
and
tournament
have
that
team
just
tourneys.
has a couple days?
I mean, yeah, but I think they should be different, like different times so
Okay,
people can
like
play
different
like
events
in all of
completely.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think there are players that would
Hmm?
be really good at duo tournaments, for example, but not that great at solo?
It's probably
Or
about the same.
okay. I
It's
mean,
probably the same people. Unless they change like how the game works.
that's
Like
what I
the
mean. Because I mean, you never know. They could do
core
something like,
mechanics.
yeah, they could do something like
Yeah.
what he was saying, like where you share the units.
Yeah. But the
Or
core like
whatever.
TFT is still like about the same. Like the game mechanics wise.
Is there anything? Do you think that you mentioned earlier that like the game moves super fast, etc. So it can't really be sub. Do you think the game moves like too fast? Like, do you think it relies too much on like heavy patching, and that there should be more like
Honestly,
on
you
or
know what? I actually like big patches. Like this patch is actually like I actually like this patch. Well, not like
oh,
I
I
don't
never
like the
thought I would hear
meta.
that.
I don't like the meta right now, but I knew the meta would suck because when you change this much at once, something's gonna be broken.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I'd rather have stuff be broken than everything you can't make. Like before, you couldn't make Shiv, you couldn't make Ludens, you couldn't make Lockheed, you couldn't make Zeeks, you couldn't make I don't know what are trains like.
yeah. So it's just like
ZZ Rod.
variation.
But so basically, I remember like thing is like I think when they patch stuff though, Locket went from like 300 to 450.
Yeah,
Why not go from like 300 to 350 and like have like everything scale slowly instead of all at once? Just like
okay.
boom, you're buffing everything. So
So
it's
you,
like
so you think maybe like
350 to
it's
450
too
is too
extreme
much.
sometimes?
Yeah, like they just buffed everything in like slower intervals.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. I think
And if it's still too weak, you just buff it again.
that's what I was gonna say. I think they kind of want to like. I think they like doing those big patches. I think they
I
like
just
having.
they probably just did too much at once.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, they had to bounce a
Yeah.
lot, and also they
Yeah.
had to fix multiple. Since they were trying to fix so many traits, I think the items were kind of like.
Yeah, there's no way Lock is not going down at least 50.
Yeah.
Like, it'll still be strong at 50. So
But I mean, okay, so I mean that's
I just hope they don't nerf stuff into the point where you can't play it.
yeah. So that's so like so sometimes they nerf and buff things, and it lets other comps like shine, kind of like what you meant. Like there's more variety now. People actually play things now. Like I mean, Warwick was definitely not the first big carry last patch. Now he's like insane. Um, I guess the question is like, it's okay. Is it okay? Like, it's okay, in my opinion. So, do you think it's okay for things to be like OP sometimes? Like, if you look at every game, League, Dota, like, there are always
I mean,
things at any time,
something's always gonna be the most
right, where
broken.
something is like insanely
Like,
broken, and you either pick it or you ban it. For example, like no matter what, you pick or you ban or you lose, right? Like that always happens in one of those games.
something's always gonna be like it's impossible to have like everything completely balanced.
So, do you think there's like more kind of like hysteria almost? Do you think that the community kind of like overreacts in general, like when things are broken? Like, obviously, you think Divine is
No,
broken, but do you?
I don't think so. They overreact.
Okay, so
It's because like
do you
sometimes
think right now that Divine
some
is so broken, like it needs to be patched right now? Is that like what you think?
yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Okay, but the thing is, like,
Just
so
wondering.
I'll give you an example. Like,
Yeah.
you remember set 3? You remember GP for the first 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's like GP used to one shot your entire board, and there wasn't a hotfix. So I don't like sometimes I don't even understand. Like, there's no like they're like at
Yeah,
least
no.
Divine, right? Like Divine, I can understand because there might have been like a reasonable count there, or that didn't work, right? But GP just one shotted your entire board for 2 weeks straight, and there was no counterplay besides play Rebels, so your entire team was die instantly, which so everyone was playing Rebels.
Yeah. And then you fight for
And
GP.
Yeah, it's
So you
Rebels
can,
GP
like,
every game.
Get death cap and one shot each other.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean
feel like,
that's a good example actually, because I mean
but
there
this
have been
one,
just like
yeah, but this
Jarvan
one
too,
is
right?
like there might be a counter that Mortdog was like maybe, maybe, but probably not.
Like we were thinking hunters that can just focus down one divine, but they can't kill Warwick with his resistances.
I don't like Hunter. I mean, you lose like doesn't like you play Hunter though, don't you lose like? Thing is, the other things being played is ninjas, and I feel like you play Hunters, you're gonna get rolled by ninjas.
So are you gonna play more Ninja moving forward then? Because I mean, play hella Ninja. I mean, you play hella Hunter.
I'm just gonna play Divine. I don't play Hunter. I do not. Play
No,
Hunter.
not literally Hunter. I just mean to transition.
I mean,
like when you choose your chosen.
I mean, I only play Hunter because I'm low rolling, not because I want to.
Okay, that makes sense.
Which apparently happens a lot.
So you're just gonna spam Divine until it's fixed?
Pretty much.
Me too.
Maybe more ninjas.
I mean, I want to see ninjas like kind of do better, like just for the reason that you said earlier of actually seeing comps played that are not played. Ninjas have kind of been not.
Ninjas, I mean, it's
amazing.
basically. I think ninjas like the only arc. I mean, you can also play Vanguard already. Vanguard already is also pretty good. I mean, I see plays sharpshooters, but.
So you don't think sharpshooters are kind of strong right now? Because that's another one of the comps that people say is like strong to play in a divine lobby, just because you can at least top 4 it.
You can't like how times you want top. Like I see too many.
True, I agree.
Like too many sharpshooters go to 8. Like if you high roll enough, obviously, you can go top 2. But it's like most times you're just gonna same roll versus same roll. You're just gonna die.
Have you seen the comp that Tej, like Riot Green Tej, has been playing? The Hunter comp
the
with like
5 Hunter.
Ari Kindred, or sorry, Kindred carry. I mean, not Ari.
Yeah, but I feel like comps like those will just get rolled by ninjas, to be honest.
Okay.
Or any assassins.
But I mean, would you still play that if you hit it?
Thing is, that becomes meta. I won't be able to just build a trap call and just sell unit one front line, and then you just lose.
Yeah, but I mean, you could position your Kindred well.
No, but you've only put one unit in the front line.
That's true. I'm just trying to
see. So no, I'm just saying that can never become the meta. Kindred can never become like Kindred can't become meta. I think because.
True.
Single target.
She'll just soul front line, lock or trap call unit.
Yeah. I just mean in a world where literally everyone in the lobby is going divine.
Yeah, lock it. Technically, you could actually just full backline your team and solo frontline shun of a trap.
You know what I mean? There you go. Make it work. It's like no.
But like, I don't know. The Vine is too broken, honestly. Also, everyone's adept, and then everything just slowed.
Oh, so that's another one is adept. Like, I've seen you pivot like at the end of divine. I've seen you pivot like grab adept and like 4 adept and stuff like.
I mean, 4 depths is better than 6 divine, probably.
Right, so
4 divine is enough. I mean, it's not even a pivot. It's just like if you have it, you have it. You don't have
Just
it. You don't.
go for it if you can grab it.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's
Okay, yeah, no,
then you
that's cool.
chosen adept. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because that was exactly my question: is if you think it's better than 6 Divine. Perfect. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, I guess the next thing is like kind of random, not really super. It is directly related to TFT, but also not. Like you used to sell CS:GO skins and like talk about them and like all this stuff, right? Like I've watched a bunch of your old videos and like you literally knew a lot of. You
I
knew a
don't
lot
like my
about.
old videos.
Well, no, I'm just. It's not about that. I'm just saying you knew a lot about CS and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
you were willing to like talk about these skins and like they're crazy prices, right? Why do you have a 1-star Moldiver?
No, I don't. That's my Smurf.
Okay,
I'm
so
a
you
main.
changed
I'm a main. I actually swipe. I'm a main. I swipe. On my Smurf, I don't
everything.
swipe.
Everything though.
What do you mean?
Like, do you have like the majority of the?
Oh
Legends?
no, I know.
Okay.
I think in CS:GO, it's like everything maintains the value. Actually, all go
So-
up. I don't understand how. But
Yeah. So since we
like
know that
CS:GO,
we'll never be able to trade skins, what would
Yeah.
make you want to buy more Little Legends like a
If,
god?
if it was just more rare or looked cooler. Honestly, they need to rework the entire system.
You think if it was like a
TFT.
gacha system, kind of, it would be better?
Yeah,
For the eggs?
they just need to fuck like whatever they have right now.
Yeah.
Their system sucks at making money.
What about?
It's like this is the first game I've ever played where I don't ever think about should I swipe or should I not swipe.
Okay. Not
It's
even
like there's
for
nothing there's
gold
nothing that you
Umbra?
really want to buy. I have a 3-star Kronk. Or
Oh, okay, that makes
Chunk?
sense.
I don't know how to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Chunk. I'd be happy if I got
Chunk?
that. Yeah, you're
but I
right.
mean, that's the only thing I own.
Which one, though?
Like, the green panda one.
Okay, that's lit.
I only bought it because I saw Scar use it during PB or something.
That's funny.
But like, yeah.
Scar.
But they need to rework the entire system.
Scar is
like
like
Riot-
leading TFT in like
Yeah.
skin advertisement. Like actually, like I went to the TFT category last night. I was like, wow, 28K at night. Wow, that's crazy. I click it. Scar at 11K. Second person, 1.8K. I'm like, oh, okay. Scar is like carrying
that's just the way it is. Though,
carrying the category right now.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. It's just super
mean,
funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, above all that
You
stuff,
know,
like,
a lot of people actually play TFT.
yeah,
They just don't stream it.
yeah. So that's a really good point you're making. Like, did you read the report? Like, I mean, it's obviously old now. It's like almost a year old, or might be a year old, where they said like TFT brought the player base of the League client overall up by like 33% because people were playing League and like all this stuff.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
but
my next question was just gonna be like, do you think there's more people playing it now than then?
probably not. It's probably, I think it's like, you know, a lot of like the most popular streamers play TFT, but they only play it off stream. Like XQC plays TFT.
I believe that.
Trainwreck said he played TFT. You know,
Valkyrie
Valkyrie
tweeted out early. Yeah, there you go.
Wait,
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie has like 150 games of TFT.
Yeah, she tweeted out earlier, like, oh,
Really?
yeah, she literally tweeted about TFT earlier. She said,
But-
go ahead.
But a lot of like the biggest streamers like play TFT, but none of them stream it. Even like Pokimane played a couple games of TFT this set, but she didn't stream it. But like just basically all the big streamers just don't want to stream TFT.
See, maybe it was Chocobars tweeted about it, and then Valkyrie commented on it. But either way, one of them said like this TFT patch is annoying because everybody's going Divine Warwick. And
yeah,
then,
it's literally just.
and then Valkyrie was like, yeah, tell me about it,
formula.
or something like that. Yeah, she said, I actually hate it so much it makes me want to quit until it's fixed. And then Alexia Ray commented and said, I just played last night to try it and it's awful. Why did they do that?
Yeah, I was really surprised they didn't hot fix it, honestly.
And then, yeah, like there's a bunch of people are like, yeah, it's unbearable, blah, blah. But I'm just like going to your point that a lot of people play it that don't stream it. Chocobar streams it a lot, obviously, but like Valkyrie, for example, doesn't really stream it. Alexia Ray.
She has a lot. Like, she has 150 games, which is
Yeah, no, she's a gamer. She
actually
plays.
a lot.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
but
Like if you think about the amount of time, right?
Yeah.
Let's say each game was average 30 minutes. It's like 150. It's 4,500. It's like at least 75 hours on TFT. Poggers in the chat. But yeah, so anyway, like, what do you think would get more people to stream TFT? Do you think there needs to be like a maybe like a better rewards program, kind of like the League Creator program for TFT?
Honestly,
that would maybe...
I mean, they can also just make more Twitch Rivals events for TFT.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I guess it feels like the answer across the board is like more tournaments. Like competitive needs more events, need
Like
more
for
fun
fun
events.
tournaments,
Yeah, we need
for
more
fun, like
everything.
yeah, like Twitch rivals for TFT would be really hype at the early start of the new set.
Remember the
Because like
tournament that was like all like TFT and like LOR and like all that
yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Uh,
that was hype, but I mean the teams were so fucked. Like it's because everyone drafted for League of Legends, so no one cared about TFT. Like for example, in the EU one, Salvi didn't even get drafted because people
Yeah.
only want drafted for League. So it wasn't even the TFT. Like we only got drafted because Soju was our friend, and
That's
Soju
true.
just picked all. Soju drafted 6 TFT players when only 5 of us could play.
Yeah, the God Squad.
Yeah,
That's the God Squad right there. But yeah, so I mean, I guess yeah, more events. I mean, you don't think that they could also do like a rewards program, kind of like create a program where like if you
I
make a
mean
bunch of videos,
if they don't have it for League, they're not going
like
to do it for TFT.
100K
So it's
subs
like,
from TFT, then
I mean, there's no point in talking about it because they don't do it for League. They're not going to do it for TFT.
well, they do. They give away like skins and stuff. Like they give.
Oh, you mean like the league partner program?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. They said
that's what I mean.
Keck W. They said Keck W TFT.
But for TFT, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they did.
I asked. They said Keck W. Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like
That's
not even the world champion
disappointing.
got their own skin, so I doubt we'll get.
Oh yeah. So what do you think about like? I mean, obviously, I don't need to ask you about how you feel about people getting eggs as a reward, but how do you feel about the actual rewards for the larger events? Do you think the winner of TFT Worlds and like larger like mid-tier like mid-season rather events should get like something in game instead of just like here's 40K or whatever? Just like League Worlds, or at least the final Worlds of TFT.
I don't think it should, only because I think there should be infinitely more tournaments.
You mean like before that happens, or ever?
No, like just more tournaments. So like have a lot more small tourneys, I guess, than like one. Because most of the sayers.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that for sure, for sure. But
So,
I mean, wouldn't that if there was a lot more small tournaments though, wouldn't that also make the larger ones more prestigious too? Because it's like you actually have to like work to get into them, you know, like you can play in this tournament, you can play in this tournament, but to get into this larger tournament, let's pretend League has a TFT has a point system. You need this many points, so you would actually have to be good, right? So only good players would be at the final tournaments.
I don't know about their own little legend, but maybe like if they were make like little legend cosmetics.
Yeah, or even like it could even just be like an emote thing. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a little legend, right? Like it could be a lot of stuff that you can display inside TFT.
Like maybe one day they'll have like emotes or like not emotes, but like cosmetics for your little legends. I mean, you do something like that as like a shirt or a hat for your little legend.
You think that would be cool?
Any system is better than what they have now.
Okay, so you think they should just like add like multiple layers?
TFT is like they're trying to make as little money as possible.
True. Yeah, because
I mean, we can't even do chromas. We can't dress them up. They're just different skins, and like you said, too little money.
Yeah, I think that's why Riot doesn't care that much about TFT because it makes too little money per user. It's probably. If you guys don't you think TFT for the user base per user probably makes like one of the lowest amount of monies per user?
Out of like a Riot game?
All I have to do, I just have to roll the little legend I want and buy star shards.
I don't think that they're making $0 though. I
mean, obviously they're obviously making like infinite money.
They're paying everybody's salaries, but yeah. Anyway,
but
I agree
per
with you.
Per user, they're probably making so little.
Right, like there's a lot more they could get out of the people playing. I mean, if you look at most people that are playing, they're pretty invested.
They can make 10 times, 20 times more money probably than they're making right now.
I agree. Sure. I mean, so that was what I was gonna say. Do you think they should sell everything? Like, should they just sell booms and like just sell like instead of just putting everything behind a battle pass?
I mean, if they really want to make money, they should just remake the entire system and just like come on.
Okay.
Like
I agree with that. I'm just saying, what would be in that system? What would they sell in that system besides just cosmetics for little legends, like booms, sound effects?
Like they just need to remake everything and just come up with something new.
Okay.
They just need to hire like a team to make TFT money, and they'll literally just make like 10 times
infinite money. Yeah, they'll print it. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that's happening in like this set or soon or whatever that you're like looking forward to besides competitive, or are you just kind of like stream grinding right now? Like what's like, are you chilling right now?
Looking forward to? No, I mean
'Cause
obviously
you
something's
mentioned
gonna
before,
happen
like,
in
or not
TFT.
mentioned, but you tweeted, you were like, I don't remember the exact word, but you said something like, some days I want to stream TFT 12 hours a day, some days I want to quit, right?
Yeah, I mean
So
something I
like,
want to quit
what mode
because
are you
like
in right now?
I mean right now I'm like
Because you have been
middle of
streaming a
both.
lot to your
Yeah,
credit.
middle of both. It's just mostly like it's just really hard to try your hardest and like improve the most that you can when there's like no end goal. You know, like I don't
Agree
have
with
a
that.
goal in the game because like hitting like no matter what rank I hit, like I don't care. So like rank isn't a goal for me. Like in competitive TFT, like basically it's I don't know, there's just nothing and yeah, there's nothing.
Like rank is like
No matter
the base.
no matter what they come up with, it's not gonna be that good because it's too late into the set already. I feel like.
So you have an account. You had 2 accounts in top 10 like a couple days ago. They're down a little bit right now.
Yeah, both my account. Okay, my account. I don't understand. In 3 sittings, I went from 0 LP.
Yeah, you gained like
to top
900
10.
LP, right?
I gained like 970 or something in 3 sittings.
That's insane.
I don't understand. Like,
Well,
yeah, I mean,
Divine.
I played 20 out of 20 Divine.
Well,
every
Divine.
Game, so yeah.
Except for that
But
one
yeah.
game. What was that? Oh my god.
Every game I didn't play Divine, I went 8. Don't worry about it. I
Oh my,
went 8.
it was some
Every
weird
game.
comp. I don't remember what it was, but it didn't work.
Don't worry about it. I
Was
probably
it
went
that
8.
double Luden's Teemo?
No, that works.
That's actually a top 4, I think. Honestly, if you hit double Luden's Teemo, it's actually probably a top 4.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to ask you
But
about.
it has
that
to
I
be
forgot
chosen
earlier,
because
like, you mentioned sharpshooters
Lord
fell off a
Manifest.
bit. What if you go something like that?
That falls off completely because Ludens don't even work with sharpshooters, do they? I feel like they don't really.
Not
So,
really.
yeah.
Besides Teemo.
Yeah. Well, we worked with Jinx as well, but like, it's
Yeah. Okay.
probably go like a different kind of build with sharpshooters.
All right. So I mean, is there any like? I mean, that's pretty much all the questions we really had for you. Like, you pretty much some of the questions you answered before I asked them. So I mean, is there anything else like you had that you wanted to talk about that I didn't? Like, is there something on your mind you want to talk about?
Yes.
Yeah.
TFT is a great game, and Riot is doing a great job.
That's
So
it for
play
real.
TFT.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. You want to shout out like your? Oh, one more thing. So you're on Golden Guardians.
Yes.
And you have teammates that are Becca and Tides of Time. Is anybody else on there for TFT?
I mean, Tides of Tide and Dog don't really play TFT.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna ask you.
They're Hearthstone. They're Hearthstone.
Okay, so that was our question. Was like when Tides of Time first joined, he was playing TFT, but what we were
He
gonna ask you is
already quit. He already quit. TFT.
yeah, that's what I was gonna. So what we were gonna ask is, do you ever play TFT with Tides or Becca or anything like that? But I guess the answer is no, since he doesn't even play anymore.
No.
Do you ever play with Becca or anything?
I don't think Becca likes me.
I'm sure she's fine.
No, like I'm pretty sure Becca doesn't like me.
No, you're chilling.
No, I'm telling you, Becca doesn't like me.
No, you're good. She's just like not warmed up.
No, I can tell.
Okay.
Becca doesn't like me. Yeah.
Well, she'll see this and then she'll confirm or not.
She probably.
So Becca, if you see it, let us know if you hate milk or not. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean if you don't have anything else to say, like we're on the same boat as you. Like we just want to see more tournaments. I for sure want to see more tournaments. I want to see TFT grow, but it feels like right now all their effort is in Valorant and other things. And
yeah, like Wild Rift, Runeterra, Valorant, League, and also like everyone that works for TFT has basically everyone that works in TFT. It's their side job, you know.
yeah.
Like there's no like half the people are like head of like X. Their job is actually just Valorant, League, Runeterra, Wild Rift, or something else.
Mort though, he puts out more content than most TFT content creators.
But the thing is, Mort is more time is full time TFT.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying we got to give a shout out to some of the people that are actually carrying TFT.
Yeah. I mean, Mort Dog works. If you know if Mort Dog didn't exist, there'd actually be like
Dude,
no news.
TFT.
Like it's like no, because like No, because like the new, like is there even a TFT YouTube channel?
Yeah, there is. Or is it all just on the League of Legends? I thought there
I
was
honestly
though,
don't
and it
even
has
know.
like the Fates icon. I thought.
But like I know there's a YouTube channel for Runeterra and there's a YouTube channel for
Yeah,
Wild Rift.
I was just looking at that the other day. Like,
But I don't even know there's a YouTube channel for TFT.
I think we're just part of League because we're
Yeah,
still
we're
in
just
the
part
same
of League.
client.
Yeah, we're just part of
Yeah,
League.
well,
Client,
but like
think-
basically, imagine a news. Imagine you just remove Mort Dog, right? Imagine a news flow about TFT you would get.
Yeah.
It would literally just be nothing.
Yeah, we wouldn't know anything.
It would literally just be nothing.
I mean, he even does like patch breakdowns and stuff.
Yeah, but
Like,
the thing is
just
that
on his own.
he doesn't have to do that, right?
No,
Imagine
that's what
if
I'm
he didn't
saying.
do like
He just does
Yeah.
it like on his
I know,
own.
but imagine like these things didn't exist. TFT would literally have nothing.
So what you're saying is Riot should hire more people for TFT so that it can blossom into the beautiful game it's meant to be.
Yes, and I feel like Riot would care more if they made more money.
And they can make more money by reworking the system that they currently
Yes.
have so that people would be more
Yes.
incentivized to
Yes.
spend.
So if they invest any
Look
more,
at that.
like if they just invest something, TFT. Yeah.
So if you watch this podcast from start to finish, you will literally come up with a way to save TFT.
What do you mean? I mean, you just make more money in TFT. It's not that.
Exactly. Then you hire a bunch of people and you make
Yeah.
the game good. So it'll be lit. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, dude. I really appreciate it. Just so you guys know, like, I messaged Milk like 30 times to talk to him. I rescheduled on him one time. And like, yeah, it took hella effort. But he is here. He could be streaming right now.
Oh, I was
Hella TFT money.
TFT.
And but he's here, so yeah, I really appreciate that. So I mean, if that's all you have to say, that's pretty much it for me. And yeah, sub to him on Twitch, I guess, if you want.